Welcome back, everyone, to Escaping Carcosa Offline. It is so good to see you all again. I am Michaela. I use she, her pronouns. I am the GM, or the keeper in this case, since we are running the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition portion of the two campaigns. As per usual, we'll go around and introduce everyone, starting with Fathimo, who has returned.
Yay!
Hello!
Yeah!
My name's... Hi! My name is Fathimo. My pronouns are she or hers. I play Noor, and I am so excited to be back and to start causing even more chaos with this amazing group of people and to figure out what chaos they've already caused since I've been gone. But yeah, I'm excited to be back.
We're happy to have you back. And Dre.
Hi, I'm Dre Silvertooth, they, them, and I play Fable. She, they. And she burgled like a pro last episode and got a cat. So really, if you think about it, I actually already beat the game and can go home now.
I support this.
Definitely. Game over. Everyone can go home. And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I play Guy Jury, the paranormal/occult/private investigator. At least that's what he called himself. Both use he, him pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at Jack_True. That's at JAK_True, all lowercase.
And Tenzin.
I just want everyone to know that Jack is very tall, as we found out today.
Oh my god.
He is
Jack Facts.
He is 6'3". Jack Facts. Wait, can we do like a...
Genuine Jack Fact!
That was good.
Oh my god.
That was good.
I want that to be a real thing now.
My body just
I
peaked
love
so
it.
bad.
No, mine
Oh, my
did too.
goodness.
Lucas, I'm so sorry.
Gotta move our mics away for Jack Facts, they're too funny.
Jack Facts. Anyways, hi, I am Tenzin, and I play Mauve, and both our pronouns are they, them. Ooh, that was a weird intake of a breath. Sorry, that sounded too sexy. You can find me on Twitter under Tenzin Days, and I am just having a really great time, and I love playing with y'all, and it's just, I hope the audience can hear how much joy and how much love that we have in this table.
You know who hears it way too
Awesome
much
content.
is Lucas, because he has to edit all of it.
I know. All of the goofs beforehand.
Yes.
Alright, everyone. So we're going to go around and do our questions for you all, and then we will go over our recap and we'll get into it. Noor, is there anything you have in mind to counteract what Nostradamus has done with your tech?
I know that once we get people out of the game, I'm going to definitely use whatever platform I have and probably get taken to court because I definitely signed NDAs as an intern, but try to either let people know what the technology specifically does so that this can't happen again, and also figure out who messed with my technology, because this was mine and it was not intended for this use.
That is a good question. Who did mess with the technology?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's another question I have now.
Soon all will be revealed. Actually not. And Fable, what is your favorite season?
Spooky season. Definitely spooky
Spooky
season.
season.
Spooky season because of all the costumes, and the number of costumes that you can make exponentially more scary by climbing on buildings is all of them.
I mean, Mauve brought spooky season right to you. You know, just last night.
This entire game is bringing spooky season right to me.
You got the costumes early.
But it's like, really, if you think about it, it's like skeleton for Halloween, cool. Skeleton doing a backflip off a building on Halloween night,
Ooh.
very alarming. Infinitely more scary.
Yes.
And Guy, do you ever worry along your line of interacting with conspiracies and the like that you are fighting for the wrong cause?
All the time. It's a constant fear that I got it wrong, but the consequences if I don't act are far worse.
And Mauve, what is your favorite candle scent, if you had to pick one?
Such a beautiful question. I am actually an avid appreciator of scents. I feel like I have the sense of a dog. The nose sense, not all senses. My favorite scent, y'all gotta stop laughing at me.
Then maybe you stop being so fucking funny. How about that?
Yeah, you did this to yourself.
Maybe you think about being less funny, huh?
I'm sorry. You had to specify not all the senses of a dog, and I went.
I'm just gonna hide in my little turtle shell.
That's because Mauve isn't a good judge of character, but dogs are.
Please. Oh my god.
As I was saying, there was this one scent that I smelled back in, let's say like 5 years ago when I was at this get-together. I think it was like a postmodern Burning Man sort of thing. There was this one smell that I still think about to this day. It was called Seashell Cum, and it was just something about it. Just it brought me to another dimension. So I will never forget that, and I don't know if I can ever find that scent again.
I want everyone to know that when I eventually have a six-pack, it's from laughing at Tenzin's jokes.
I had to hold my nose so I couldn't laugh.
This can be edited out, you know?
The other dimension it brought you to is the one inside of the seashells where you can hear the ocean.
Oh, beautiful, yes.
I love that Mauve and Fables are like, what's your favorite season? What's your favorite handle? And Guy, it was like, do you ever question your morality?
Yeah.
And Noor, oh god.
And Noor's, yeah, what are you gonna do now that Nostradamus has a handle on your tech? It's very fun because I do that to y'all. I alternate usually, or like some episodes, like you'll all have silly ones or all serious ones. Mm-hmm. I try to mix it around. Keeps it fun. So previously on Escaping Carcosa Offline, Guy went back to Gael's after a rather arduous evening. Things took a better but perhaps slightly more awkward turn for the individuals back at home as they all sat around a table trying to await the return of the other investigators. Meanwhile, Mauve and Fable were busy doing crime and performing art, while Gael continued to worry. Fable did indeed successfully break into Victoria Highland's home with the address given to them by Guy, running into both a kitten and an unexpected guest at her flat along the way, but it all worked out in the end because kittens. There's been a bit of radio silence the past day from Noor other than her intermittent text, one including mention of a start to what Fable was asking for. Guy kept Sia and Gael busy with tales of tiny feet, giving Sia plenty of leeway to make new friends with during her first day at the hospital, and the group reconvened. They got some rest, and when they awoke, Fable heard from Ryan for the first time since being in her deep sleeping state from inside the game. Investigators. It is morning. You've woken not too long ago. Fable, you pretty frantically got access to that app that was mentioned and reached back out to Ryan. How are you all doing? How was the night weighed on you? Did you get good rest?
Probably not.
I think I did. Yeah.
Is Fable's mom going to work for the first time today at her new job?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's actually already up and about. She's getting ready, and you kind of see her pacing back and forth between the rooms and the living room and the kitchen. She's already packed. There's a lunch bag on the counter, a small little bag. She's in some scrubs. I think she's just anxious at this point.
Yeah, I think Fable messaged Ryan back right away, and is kind of trying to get it together to check on her mom before she goes to work with all the people who are stuck in this game. Yeah,
absolutely. So her eyes are kind of darting around the room to all of you as she's pacing back and forth, and she kind of stops. Are you all awake at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
She looks scared, but she has a very determined look about her as well. And she kind of brushes out her scrubs, getting out all the wrinkles that aren't there, and looks to you all and, All right, well, I'm going into the hospital today. I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I know what to expect in a hospital, because I've worked at one for a very long time, but I don't really know what to expect in this situation. But if I can be of any help, then I will. And so this is important. Is there anything I should look out for? Is there anything you all want me to do for you?
Yeah, I mean, remember the deal? Remember the thing where you're not going to go into places you're not supposed to go? If a door says fucking top secret, you don't go in there? Remember that deal that we made?
Unless it's pertinent to the mission.
No, literally doesn't matter. No secret doors, no dangerous places. Hey, look at me. Fable grabs the face. Are you looking?
I'm looking. I'm looking at your beautiful eyes.
Yep, they're just like yours. Okay. No dangerous stuff. My girlfriend is in a coma right now. If my mom disappears, I'm going to lose it. Do not, okay?
Fine. But what?
Give me your pinky. Pinky. Again, we already did it. Do it again.
She frowns and she holds up the pinky. She's like, okay. But she's talking through the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Okay, but hear me out. What if it's like super important? What if I see something that looks suspicious? I should go check it out.
Hey, Mom? Do you know what's super important?
You.
And
so your friends.
You. So don't, okay?
And all the people stuck inside this game. I'm fine.
I'm gonna lock this door if you don't promise that you don't do sketchy stuff.
Fine. I won't do sketchy stuff, but I'm just saying. I've helped people my whole life. I'm not gonna stop now.
Why you gotta be so fucking brave? Alright, okay. Alright.
Where do you think you get it from? I know you weren't just out having dinner last night.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to break into a penthouse. It's another thing to walk through top secret door labeled medical experiment secrets.
Wait, you broke into a penthouse? I mean, I knew you were up to
I've
something,
never
but...
done anything like that. Do you have a sandwich? Let me grab you a soda. I love you. Have a good day. And Fable walks backwards into the kitchen to get a soda.
While Fable is headed to the kitchen, Guy will go up to see her.
Hi, darling.
Like Fable said, be careful, but like you said, if you do see something, you can let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you see a kid.
A kid? Okay.
With the last name Highland. If you see that, let me know as soon as you can, please. But don't tell anyone else. That's the one thing.
Gotcha. And she kind of points back and forth between you two. She's like, just between you and me.
And watch out for tiny feet, eh?
I will watch out for tiny feet, and I'll make sure all of my new friends do too.
There are no such thing as tiny feet. Don't get ostracized the first day of work because of Guy.
They love medical waste. Be careful.
Sia looks over at you, Mauve. And what about you, dear? Is there anything that I can keep an eye out for you, or?
Oh, I'm absolutely okay. You have done more than enough, and I really appreciate you. And I know your child appreciates you. And just look out for yourself. You know, if not for your sake, but for Fable's sake.
I'll be careful, but there's a lot of people out there that need help right now.
Yes, and I understand you're doing your part, and we're doing our part. But that should never risk your life. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a limit to self-sacrifice.
I suppose. You're an artist.
Yes, I am.
I know you know about self-sacrifice.
Of course.
And sometimes you have to sacrifice.
See, this
You're freaking me out.
This is the whole myth with art, with fine arts. They like to say, oh, artists have suffered for their art, and that is why they're gifted, and that is why they sell for millions. No. For example, Vincent van Gogh, if you want to be accurate, created art during a time when he was medicated and was improving. That is why you have these sunny, beautiful fields painted. It's a tragedy that the myth is so widespread about suffering and its connection to art, when really art comes out of a place when you are capable of creating and not when you're in the worst state possible. So in that regard, please don't push yourself to that kind of limit. You are an artist as well in your own right, but I don't want anyone suffering for their art.
And I think what my very eccentric friend is saying is that none of us know how to do an IV. So you better come home and do your art of an IV. And also, I only have the one mom, so please come home, okay?
Or else I'll give it a go.
No!
All right. I'll be careful. And if I see anything weird, I'll let you all know. And then maybe we can go from there.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah. You have Mauve's number, right? And do you have Guy's burner phone number? Oh, and my new burner phone number.
Oh, so we're doing okay. I don't.
Here's a sticky note.
I did do you scroll everyone's number on it? Because I don't think she has anyone's at this point then.
Yeah, I think I write everybody's number on the sticky note and put it in her lunchbox.
Perfect. And she gives you a sticky note back that just says, "I heart you," on it, and puts it on your forehead.
Fable, I think, laughs and brushes it off and sort of hustles her towards the door, but when she leaves, takes a sticky note and puts it in her wallet.
Aw. All right, yeah. And Sia is on her way to UW in Seattle. So it is a fairly big hospital. Well, she'll have a good time. Today will mostly be, from what she's told you, an orientation and kind of just getting the gist of things at the moment. They probably won't put her on the floor right away, or if they do, she'll probably be following someone around, even though she has experience as a nurse. Just so she can get her bearings.
Should we have warned her to take a loft and not a tuba?
Probably.
Oh no.
Oh my god. In the distance you hear, "Wah!"
I forgot about those.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? She might feel quelled by a tuber, actually. Coming from the Midwest and all. And as you shoo Sia out the door, and she makes her way to UW and promises you all that she'll be as safe as possible, and even safer, to keep Fable's heart from breaking.
Yes, please.
We return to Noor on this bright and sunny morning, who has been a little quiet lately, a little busy doing some sleuthing and some helping and who knows what else at ToadJam Studios after receiving a letter under her door. Noor, what are you up to? You spent at least most of yesterday at ToadJam, but it is the morning now, so what are you getting up to? Have you headed back home? Are you heading back to ToadJam?
I doubt Noor has gotten much sleep ever since she went to ToadJam, mostly because, if I recall correctly, she was told that they had information that she could get access to, and I'm knowing her and her little news channel streaming thing that she does was I need to get as much information as possible. So I think she was actually doing more research than anything, trying to just get any information, which is how she found out about the messaging app that is supposedly going to come out later this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm being honest, I think she's probably still at the ToadJam headquarters with the biggest cup of coffee on a computer, trying to, I don't know if she's looking at code or doing research, but she's definitely on a computer trying to figure something out.
Yeah, for sure. And Noor, when you originally went to ToadJam, it was a little bit later in the day. You're there pretty early now. It seems like you've probably spent your afternoon, evening, and all through the night here. Maybe getting some intermittent rest in between, but not much. And where are you? Are you kind of lounging in an employee lounge or in a workstation type of area?
I think I'm at a workstation that I borrowed from someone and asked if I could use it. But yeah, I think I'm at a workstation.
Yeah. So the workstation you got put at was a little bit out of the way, right? It's your typical setup in an office floor. You've got the cubicles that are set up throughout the main floor, but there are also some meeting rooms with glass doors and the like, and a few cubicles that are further back that have a little bit more space. So when you were invited to ToadJam, you presented this letter, and there was kind of just a unspoken agreement that you were allowed access, and people were treating you very well from the get-go. No hostility, but no one really explained exactly what it was either. They mostly just opened you with welcome arms and let you know that they're a group who's trying to combat what Nostradamus is doing and to correct it, even at that, now that people are getting hurt and stuck inside of a video game. The space that you were put at was not actually the cubicle of the person who put you there. You see some scattered papers. It looks a little messy. Whoever uses this cubicle seems like they rush around a lot. They also probably don't get much sleep, much like you're dealing with now. You see a few gaming knickknacks, some figurines, and you hear the few people who are already in the office starting to greet someone who's come through the front door. And if you will give me a spot hidden.
I rolled a 24, which is 50% of my spot hidden.
Nice. You kind of you're intrigued by the commotion, of course. You're in an area that is not familiar to you, so you're already on high alert. Any noises you hear, any talking you hear, generally grabs your attention. And you're able to peek over the cubicle you're sat at towards the back just enough. And it's kind of hard to see because the sun is in just the right spot where it's shining through the doors up at the front of the building. But you see a figure who looks really familiar. You're seeing a bald head, like a comfy sweater type of deal going on around the form. And this is odd because it definitely looks like someone familiar to you, but you're not quite sure. Can't judge a head by its bald cover.
So Noor hears the commotion. Knowing Noor, she probably is not I don't know if you could call them friends after 30 hours, but maybe if she sees people that she knows, but also just because she's curious and is I know so few bald heads. Most of them had fingernail imprints in them, and this is not a fingernail imprint kind of head. Goes up to the commotion, making sure to lock whatever laptop she was using, just lock it so no one else can get on it to see what she was up to, and takes her cup of coffee with her to see who came in, even though I know their name but I can't remember.
You're meandering up to the front to go see what the commotion is about with your cup of coffee. It's still steaming. And you recognize this person to be Gibbs, who, as far as you knew, works at Nostradamus.
I think when she sees Gibbs, she just kind of shoves her way to the front, making sure to not spill her coffee, and just goes, "Gibbs, did you get the food that I sent you a couple days ago? Did you eat it?"
Yo, Noor, oh, okay, I see. But good. But interesting.
You have so much, I have questions, and I need you to answer them.
When don't you have questions?
That's a very good point.
That's fair. I guess that's fair. To answer your first question, yes, I got the food. To answer your second question, did I eat it? It was a busy day, and then a busy night, and then a busy another.
Did you eat food?
I've had a granola bar.
She hands him her cup of coffee.
No, you take this.
Nope.
You look about as tired as I do, which are you okay?
Probably.
I know maybe not super okay considering I saw you at Mopop.
Yeah, a lot's happened since then.
How deep into this are you?
You know me well enough to answer that for yourself. And you see how big this cup of coffee is. So.
You know what? Fair enough. I mean, I should have expected this. And the toad wouldn't give you an invitation for no reason, so. Alright, well, do you at least. I hope they gave you the rundown about ToadJam, at least. They're a little secretive sometimes. For good reason.
I mean, I was welcomed in and given a laptop, and I kind of got, like, the vibe that I was allowed to do what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I've kind of just been researching. Why are you here?
Oh, questions. More questions. Well, I don't particularly agree with Nostradamus is doing.
So you got a new job in less than 48 hours?
No, I've kind of been here. I've kind of been helping here.
Did you write a letter by any chance?
Maybe.
This makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it was rushed. You know, I had to write a few, and you know, the toad said that it would send them out. I expected you to get one, but I didn't expect you to get one. I hoped you wouldn't get one.
Why would you hope I wouldn't get one?
There's a lot going on, Noor. A lot to fix. This isn't just investigative journalism anymore.
I know that. And part of it's my fault. Which is why I have to be here.
How is it your fault?
Remember, well, we worked together, you know this. When I was interning, you know the headsets that they're currently using? I remember in incredibly early development, a lot of the technology that I was kind of developing at the time was used to make those VR headsets. And even when I worked there for a year or two, I just worked on the headsets.
Well, first of all, screw them for utilizing a resource that wasn't theirs to begin with. But it's not your fault.
I know.
I know you. You make good things. You make things that are fun or things that help people. Or, you know, sometimes you just want to make something cute. Which is very on brand for you.
Yeah, but my good tech was used in a way that I didn't intend it to be used, which I take personal offense to.
Yeah, but you didn't give them permission to use it like that. So it's not your fault that it's being used to do whatever the hell this is. You can't blame yourself. They would have stolen some other intern's tech and utilized it. It could have been anyone.
You're not wrong.
Focus your energy on doing the things you do best. Helping and being you.
Yeah, the being me involved me not sleeping last night. So when you finish that cup, can I get another? I'm going to use that cup to get more coffee.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I think we're both going to need a few cups of coffee to get through this day. We have some catching up to do.
I point over to my cubicle. I'm going to be over there. Can you get me another cup of coffee? And, like, just bring the whole, like...
Yeah, I got you.
You know, all of the coffee so we can just keep pouring it at the desk. I feel like, knowing us...
I'll make 2 pots, and I will bring us one, and I will leave one in the office, so that way the rest of the tired folks here can also enjoy their caffeinated beverages.
Very smart.
Everyone here works overtime. You'll learn that.
Yeah.
Soon enough.
I guess we're working together now, again, which is always exciting, though a little confusing.
Yeah, it's, Yeah. I'm working a lot. I come here in the mornings for a bit, and then I still have to go to Nostradamus and play the Happy Nostradamus admin role. Yeah. But it means I can do things like tell Nostradamus that there's a way for players to communicate to people outside of the game. Which is a good thing we can do. We're trying to do good things here. There's a lot of bad to combat right now, and people need hope. I need hope that it's gonna be okay.
Well, you've always been good at doing the right thing, so.
Yeah, you too.
Anywhere you are, I trust.
It's not your fault, okay?
Listen, I have a therapist to tell me these things. That I pay a lot more money than I should. So go make our 2 pots of coffee.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out. And also give me one of those cute ToadJam t-shirts.
I think I have one that you will like.
Thank you.
And Gibbs scuttles off into the employee break room to go make some coffee and to track down a t-shirt for you.
Amazing. I just really wanted a t-shirt. I want one in real life now.
He also peeks back around the corner. He's like, also, I know you're comfortable. Never mind.
Oh, okay. What? Okay. Just get me a t-shirt.
Look under the Zelda figurine. And it's got Gibbs scrawled on the bottom of it.
Yo! I should have known. You're the biggest Zelda nerd I know. Wow, I am tired.
Breath of the Wild 5, baby.
Oh god, stop. I'm so excited for the second one. This is now just me talking.
I know. Oh.
Greetings there, travellers. Welcome back to the Inn of the Seven Dice. Oh, dear travellers, here it is, the wonderful May. When the wind blows cool, the sun is nice and warm, and the mosquitoes that would normally burrow just under the top layer of skin are nowhere to be seen. What a joyous time. I'm enjoying a little bit of the outside rather than actually hanging out inside doing this wintro, so I'm just getting a bit of that breeze. Dear travellers, I hope you're all doing well and you're enjoying your May as best as you can. We have been hard at work in the background. There's lots of stuff, little things, doodads that we are fixing up. A few of our tales have had some technical difficulties that we're just ironing out the kinks, but you shall hear it all soon enough. We, of course, post updates on what's going on behind the scenes on our Patreon, which is free to follow. If you wish, there's a Pay What You Want feature where we have so much audio on there, hundreds of hours. And if you would like to try out one of our fancy t-shirts, head on over to Redbubble, where we have all sorts of wonderful designs. I have a few myself, and there's even a Wingover Gimbal famous gnome bad shirt. So go ahead, check that out. Also, travellers, if you ever want to say hello or anything like that, we have our Discord, which I saw a few of you recently have crept on in. And then there is, of course, the Patreon, where you can comment on any of the updates with any questions you might have. And, of course, we will answer them. And there is Spotify, where you can leave your messages on the episodes, and we will see them and can even respond. Messages like this. Akihiko and Nisla are breaking my heart over here, and then Loon comes in with, I am trapped in a game, not an addict. Also, school's good. Oh, bless his heart. Believe me, when we were editing up that moment, there was a series of guffaws that happened afterwards. It is always so much fun revisiting these things, and of course, jump on in there into the comments and we can have a little chat. Alright, dear travellers, I don't want to keep you too long, so let's go ahead and enjoy a nice little taste of the Cursed Radio. Talk about the Cursed Radio. Sometimes it turns my bones into jam, and then I have to open up my arms and take out the jam and use it for my toast. And then I wake up and realize it was all a dream, but the scars on my arms.
In the year 247, in the Age of Judges, Vartan was summoned home by a letter stating that his father has died under mysterious circumstances. Upon returning home, Vartan opened his mind to the possibility that his father's death and his hometown of Eterno was not everything that it appeared to be. Join us for the next 27 episodes as Vartan comes face to face with monsters, uncovers ancient magic, and finds new friendship with Baya Rustin, the half-elf sorcerer, and Ovik, the tiefling cleric, as they assist him in uncovering the mysteries behind his father's death and the town of Eterno. Welcome to Ethereal Embrace, an A Fool's Quest production, coming to a podcatcher near you, July 2021.
Oh, dear travelers, there is nothing quite like advertisement. You hear it, your brain thinks, oh, I might be interested in this advertisement, and you get to just fall back as your memories are harvested by the great worms of old. All right, dear travelers, I do not wish to keep you for too long, so let's go ahead, dive back into this tale, and see what our investigators are up to. Until next time, dear travelers, I bid you all adieu.
Our investigators back at Gail's house. Sia has officially made her way towards the hospital. And Gael is now taking the place of Sia and doing the frantic pacing back and forth. Oh gosh. Okay. Now more people are in possible. Okay. Cool. Do you all want something to eat?
I think it would be good if you just sat down. Just, took some rest.
I sat down all night. That's what sleep's for. And then you get up, and then you do things. Like make a very enjoyable breakfast.
Gael, my best friend, my employer.
Hi, Fable.
Hi. Yeah, so I wanted...
What can I do you for?
Well, I wanted to store my partner here since she's in a coma, and then what happened is then I accidentally stored myself here and my friends, my newfound friends here, and also my mom. And I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that that's happened. I also broke your mugs. So I think actually...
Which mugs?
Well, the ones I got you, and I'll buy you more. I was frustrated. My girlfriend's in a game. It's, I think that we're all going to go... And Fable looks around at Mauve, and Guy, nods at them. We're all going to go somewhere else. Yep, we're going to...
Guy is smoking.
Guy, stop fucking...
Inside the house.
Fable picks up a mug threateningly. Stop it. Put it out.
Puts it out very carefully, hands in the air.
Yeah, okay.
See what you've done with mugs.
Thank you. We are going to leave your house, and we're going to stay somewhere else tonight.
Oh, I know I seem really, really anxious, and I know I'm usually way more level-headed than this. It's not you all. The way I see this is just like a extended sleepover. It's fine. It's great.
But you remember the boundaries? We talked about the boundaries, and you're going to start having the boundaries and expressing the boundaries and not having Guy leave 80 slugs in your shower, and also all of the rooms of your house are full of people I know. That's a completely reasonable boundary that you should have. Let's practice. Try it. No, you got this. Tell me we have to leave. No, please, come on. You can do it. Please.
It's everything else. Even if you all want to go, it's not any of you. I worry about you because I know you're up to shenanigans, but it's been a few days now. What's happening is real. Very real.
Yeah.
it's hard not to be anxious about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It could have been you, or your weird friends, or me.
Yeah, man. I have this whole other headset, and if I hadn't met with these fools for Thai food, I'd be in that game. Right now. I literally have that fucking headset in my bag.
Do you have it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Have you ever considered...
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but hear me out. Because I know you're thinking about putting it on and going into the game right now. I'm talking about taking it apart.
Yeah. I actually texted Noor about that. That's what I want to do. Because I know it won't work the way it is.
Well, at least there's hope.
Yeah.
And cats.
And cats. Hey, also I crashed your house with 2 cats. We really gotta get out of your house.
Yeah, I noticed you brought a cat back with you.
This is Glitch.
I thought I was just a little, tired last night, but it makes noises and it's very soft and fluffy.
Yep.
So it's a real cat. It's a real cat.
It also needs to be vaccinated, possibly dewormed.
Guy, Mauve, it's a real cat.
Well, this has been lovely. I would definitely visit again. I'm happy to host for a few days, give or take, if you would all like to join me.
Yes, thank you. And yes, and thank you. And I'm sorry in advance for what Guy will do to your shower.
It's alright. I'm used to it by now.
The way I look at it, I've seen those masks that have become very popular, and apparently they use, like the snail goo in them.
Oh, buddy, no.
So, Guy, at least maybe make the most of a annoying situation.
Well, we'd have to work out a way to do it without
No.
just squashing them all. I don't know how you harvest slug goo. Maybe it's a money-making scheme down the line. I do need a new place to live.
I didn't really think about that. You know what?
I think it's...
I have not had enough coffee for this.
Seems like the kind of thing it's better to not think about.
Maybe. Perhaps.
My solution was just to live on a boat.
That could be fun.
It's not supposed to be fun. I was supposed to find Atlantis and dwell on my imprisonment in the sea, because if I ever return to shore, who knows?
I don't know. Still sounds fun. We'll put a pin in it. I'll see you again, I'm sure. When all of this is done, I don't know. Atlantis sounds a lot better than what's going on right now.
Group trip to Atlantis when everyone's out of Carcosa. Let's go to Mauve's house. And let's stop eating my friend's food. Everybody pack up your shit.
Gail still sends you all out with food.
Damn it,
And
Gail.
will not take no for an answer.
And I think Fable asks Gail to babysit Ryan for a little bit until we get set up, and then we can... How hard was it to move? Fable did not... Does Gail have a car? How did we... I just had an image of Ryan propped up on a tuber. Gail moves her
Weekend at
Fable's house.
Bernie's.
Do any of you have cars? Actually,
I don't.
You've been using public transport, right? Because it's, you're in the city, you can. Do any of you actually have a vehicle?
Nope.
Can't drive for shit.
Fable's only got like 80 houseplants. Too many cats, no car.
Okay. So is Ryan staying there for the time being then, or?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess for now.
Yeah, I think it's likely that Sia will come back to Gale's for the time being.
There's something that Fable hasn't done yet that they really should do, which I think they're going to try to get Guy and Mauve to leave a little bit before them so they can just really try that headset on in earnest and see if they can get it to work.
No.
Oh, gosh.
If we're not there, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, I'm always so excited when you're like, I'm going to do this thing. I'm like, let's go.
I swear to God, Fable, if you get sucked into that shit, I'm putting ice down your behind, like just from your. I'm gonna put ice cubes down your butt.
At the end of the game, Fable's like wakes up and is like, why do I feel like I have like a burn, like a horrible ice burn in my pants? Sorry, that's
My pulse just jumped, you being like, I'm gonna try the headset on. My pulse actually just went up. Like, not a joke.
Oh no. Alright. So you're leaving Ryan there for the time being. As it stands right now, you all know that C is kind of crashing with Gael. She said depending on how long, things end up being, she could always rent out an Airbnb for a month or something like that, and of course Gael wouldn't hear it. So Ryan will be okay there because Sia will be coming back at the end of the night.
Yeah, I think if that's where Sia's going to be coming back, Ryan can stay there and the cats for now too.
All right. So you all are going to head back to Mauve's then.
I'm going to stay behind and catch a separate ride.
To say goodbye to the cats, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, Gael doesn't know how to cat, and I gotta, I just found this kitten, and I probably need to, I already washed her, but I probably should wash her again and give her, a dewormer and whatever. You know how cats are. They're our best.
Alright, be careful.
Alright, don't do anything stupid.
Deworming a cat? What could go wrong? I'll see you at your house in a little bit. Take all these notes from the thing that I did.
Yeah, I think they're already all in Guy's, stuffed into various pockets in Guy's coat. Organised, but crumpled.
Do you have a backpack?
I have a backpack. Does Guy have a backpack of notes?
Probably not. He has a notebook. He has lots of pockets. He has a long coat with lots of pockets in it.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
I guess he starts with a duffel bag.
Okay.
Fable has that camera that they have in their jacket that they used to take pictures of stuff at Victoria Highland's house, and turns it on and tabs over to the picture that they took of the sticky note on the door they banged down that said "For Guy" with a smiley face, and hands Guy the camera.
I appreciate that, but I'm sure she probably would have known already.
That's okay. I rarely get to break entire doors, so it was a good time. And Mauve, look out for him. He's just a huge mess.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice.
All right, get out of here. I have a cat to wash. That's not as raunchy as it sounds. Get out of here.
I have a cat to
You're a penetration tester with a cat to wash.
Oh no! No.
Anyway, that's my
Noor.
input.
Oh my god.
You're not wrong.
If you would all, on your way out before you head into your separate cars, if you all would roll me a listen.
Aw, why?
I'm not there. I don't have scary things yet.
Sometimes I forget that we're playing Call of Cthulhu and I think I'm just hanging out with 3-4 of my friends.
No.
And then suddenly I have to roll a listen.
Yeah, I've failed with 74.
I fail with a 58. My listen is 40.
I failed.
You failed.
I don't hear shit. I'm happy and I'm safe and nothing's happening.
Can I push? Did I push? Everybody failed. I'm gonna push. Oh, I got it this time. 37 out of 40. I listened.
Oh, let's go.
By the skin of my ear. I listened, but not to reason.
So, as they're saying goodbye, you're holding one cat in each hand, and Alistair, is he a talkative cat?
He is. He's talkative. He's loud and big.
Loud and big. Okay. They both mew in retort, as, the rest of the friendos head out. Especially Glitch, right? Glitch has gotten acquainted to all of you rather quickly and has been extremely friendly. Guy, Mauve, you hear a cute little high-pitched meow. Fable.
Uh-oh.
The meow that you hear sounds garbled and distorted when it comes out.
I think Fable lifts Glitch up in front of her face and looks carefully at Glitch's face.
As you lift Glitch up, she boops her wet nose to your nose, and she mews again, and this one sounds normal.
Well, if that wasn't the scariest... Who's a fucking mortal terror, huh? Who's either my brain is slowly cracking under pressure, or you're scary, huh? It's you. God, I don't know if I should be scared, but...
Guy and Mauve are still there, I believe. So are you saying this out loud?
Yeah. Just talking to my cat. It's okay. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Don't be too long. We'll have to come looking for you.
Yeah. I'll be fine. And, in case my, tuber explodes, take care of Ryan, okay?
Of course.
Why are we talking like we're never going to see each other again?
Hey, those tubers are super dangerous. You gotta be careful.
Which is why you should take a loft.
I love that. Oh, you're right. I have Cass with me. Okay, I'll take a loft. And Fable, walks a direction that is not relevant to what they're doing.
And then while we're walking out, Mauve just kind of aside to guys. Was Fable being a little weird, more than usual? Or was that just me reading into it too much?
I don't think I can judge.
Yeah, I guess. Alright.
But you know Fable better than me, so if you got a weird feeling...
I'm sure it's fine. Few rules before we enter my place. Don't take off your shoes, because I know you'll bring slug everywhere on the carpet. If you need to use the bathroom, just try your best not to block up the drainage. What? This is very in character, y'all. What are you talking about?
If you need to use the bathroom.
Wait.
Number one. What do you think they're inside my shoes more than they are outside my shoes?
I don't know where they are. They always seem to find their ways. So I just think the more clothes you have on, the more...
And number two, aptly, what if I can assure you, me using the bathroom is no different to anyone else.
Are you sure about that? Because I swear you have a slug left behind on the toilet seat every time.
I guess, but it's really fine. I agree. I agree to your terms.
All right, just check before you leave the bathroom to see if there's any slugs around and pick them off. Do what you will with them, but just flush them down or whatever you need to do. Just don't leave any behind on the seat, please.
Guy makes a mental note to leave the seat up.
Fucking damn it. And we call a loft.
Guy lived in a storage unit before he filled it with Nostradamus executives and closed the door. Where does Guy go to the bathroom? What's Guy's bathroom situation?
It's actually part of his backstory. There is a gym nearby that he uses the facilities for.
Fuck. So he has a gym membership.
He doesn't.
I thought you were going to say, it's part of his backstory. He's wildly dehydrated, so he never has to pee.
I mean,
It's perfectly efficient.
all I've ever seen Guy drink is alcohol. So.
Oh, God.
No, there is a sports place, like a sports center. The guy showers and uses the bathroom.
I feel like you're friends with the front desk now.
They know that you come in and you never lift a single weight, but you do shower.
You come out 30 minutes later anyway.
He lifts with the weight of his sins in his baggage.
Very hefty.
That's all right. He doesn't have a membership anyway.
Amazing.
Fair enough. So as you all are having this wonderful conversation and you get into your ride, you actually pass Fable on the way, walking down the road, still in the direction that they left. And as soon as you see them pass Fable, toodaloo.
They pass me. Okay, I go back inside.
Yeah.
I take my cats back inside.
You just literally loop back.
Yeah, I just do a loop back around, and as I loop, I'm holding Glitch in front of my face and, sort of turning her around. But she's behaving normally, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just spinning my kitten, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's the least of my fucking worries. It's the moral quandary of there's a small child in my hand, but they might be a robotic monster, but it's a small child, and I can't not take care. Alright, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
You walk right back through Gail's door, and Gail was like, I thought, okay, we're starting the day over? Hello.
Hi.
Fable, you're back.
Yeah. So
Deja vu?
Yeah, deja vu. I actually realized that I need to talk to Ryan because of stress that I am under. And so if you could perhaps take my cats and go in there and maybe just hold the kitten up to your ear and listen, see how that goes for you, and come back in about 10 minutes, that would be great. Remember that deal that we have where, like, once a year we get to say, I need a favor, bro, no questions?
All right.
I need a favor, bro, no questions. Wait, I mean, I know I already kind of did the favor by having all my people. This is for next year. I owe you.
No. That's not a favor. That's because I'm your friend.
And you're a very, 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 very good friend.
Gael scoops the kitties and is like smushing up to them. It's like, oh, so fluffy. And brings a few toys with him. He's gonna go play with the cats for a while. And you hear the door click gently behind him.
Okay. All right. Fable's gonna flip open their burner phone and send everybody quick text messages. Text her mom. Just very simply, you are the best, Mom. I love you. Text Mauve. You have been a shockingly good friend. Thanks for facing down the scariest shit with me. Text Guy. Treat yourself better, okay? Eat a vegetable or use a fucking nicotine patch. You don't deserve what you put yourself through. And then text Noor. Hey, don't stop trying to help, okay? And they pull out a sticky note from their pocket, put it on their thigh, and write, in case this works, I'm sorry for passing out on your floor, Gael. I gotta try. And sits down, like, on the floor next to the couch that Ryan is on and busts out the headset.
So you pull out this headset. You are unfortunately very familiar with it, since it is the same one that your girlfriend was wearing when she became unresponsive. It doesn't seem at the moment that there's any indication of it actually, like, turning on as you kind of mess with it and fumble with it back and forth in your hands. It's also less intimidating than you thought it would be. When you're really taking a close look at it, it's a piece of machinery, and it's already caused this much detriment to society in Seattle and to people's loved ones, to relationships. You're like, it's just a freaking hunk of metal. Here's a little on switch at the bottom.
A lot of trouble for a piece of junk. And Fable flips the on switch. I don't have it on yet, right? I'm just holding it.
No.
Okay, I flip the on switch.
It makes a whirring noise. However, you don't see the button engage the same way as the one that Ryan is wearing.
The button?
So the little kind of like ring-shaped light, remember when it's on and active, it would be green. And when you put it in sleep mode, it turned yellow.
What color is it?
It's glowing like a dim off-white.
Can I do a computer use check?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 66, but my computer use is 70.
And what exactly are you trying to achieve here? Are you kind of...
Why would it be white? Is it because it's like not connected to the internet? What is it?
From what you know, the last thing that you heard was that people don't have access to the game anymore. So even if you have a headset that's working, then the conditions might be a little different, or how it works might be different.
It's a very unnerving sentence you just said. Okay. Yeah, so I think Fable has heard that already. We've already talked about how people can't seem to get into the game. And so, despite kicking everybody out and knowing that they have to give it a shot, they're pretty sure that nothing will happen. So I think when that light is the wrong color, they're like, well, yeah, fucking of course, you're not connected, but, like, it would be terrible not to try, right? So I think Fable is just talking to themselves and says, brave, huh? That's just a fancy word for stupid, I think. But my cat is glitching out and my girlfriend's in a fucking video game, so fingers crossed, huh, baby? And puts it on.
Fable, if you will roll me a listen, a spot hidden.
Okay, so for listen, I rolled a 48. My listen is 40, so I will use 9 luck points to make that a success. And then my spot hidden, I rolled a 52, and my spot hidden is 47. So I will use 6 luck points to make that a success.
You slip on the headset. You don't expect it to work and get you in the game. I don't think you really expect anything to happen. You're hoping for something to happen. And something does happen. But maybe not what you wanted. Your vision is engulfed by a bright yellow light.
Shit.
Encompassing and surrounding the entirety of the headset. You are flooded with it. Even though when you don a VR headset, typically it's supposed to be the opposite, right? The light around you is supposed to dim and you're supposed to be focused on the game you're viewing or the virtual reality. You can't see anything. It's like you are walking in a liminal space just full of yellow. And then, from one side of your ear, you hear a whisper. Have you seen the yellow sign? And then on the left side, you hear a hello. And they start bouncing back and forth between your ears. You hear a combination of
hello, I am truth, hello. I am truth, hello. I am truth, hello. A sacrifice must be made, or he will appear.
and then it stops, and you hear a ringing. And the yellow dissipates. And all you see is darkness.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, with hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is pay what you want, and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear traveler, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.
Joy and how much love that we have in this this table.
You know who hears it way too much
content.
is Lucas, because he has to edit all of it.
I know. All of the goofs beforehand.
Yes.
You're just trying to butter me up so I don't scare you.
I feel like Lucas knows us all far too well.
It's true.
Oh, absolutely.
Look.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've spoken to Lucas since the interview
And yet,
in person.
Yeah, he knows more about us than we know about us.
Oh, wow.
absolutely.
Lucas has one of those boards with all the string. He's got a
Yes.
picture of each of us
Yes.
and all of our facts.
Honestly, if we
Oh
all
my
stood like in a
goodness.
row, it's just comical. The height differences. It's just
It like plateaus.
Just a little peek behind the scenes for the
Yes.
listener, in case Lucas decides to leave this. We couldn't start today because we had to talk for 30 minutes about how tall everyone is, or isn't, and to take bets on how tall everyone is, and I think we were all wrong.
I was definitely
I was
shocked.
right.
Yeah. I'll say
Oh.
I think mine got guessed the most correctly.
Yes,
I
because
think I guessed
everyone,
Drea's.
our
You did,
keeper
yeah.
here, Michaela, is definitely adorable. I wish you could see their adorable face whenever we record. It's just they're fun sized. I just know it. You know.
She's so precious when she's scaring us.
Yes, throw her in my pocket. Take me to fucking Halifax. I don't know.
We're all so neurodivergent.
I know.
Gael, my best friend, my employer. I need.
Hi, Dre.
Hi.
Oop.
Yeah. Whoop.
Wait.
Nope. That's me. We're all gonna get to a point where nobody's wearing pants for
I love wearing jeans.
Oh no! Don't tell me you wear
Really?
jeans to bed.
Too?
I have
Oh
done.
no!
Why?
Get out of here!
That
don't make a
makes
habit
so
of it,
much
but I
sense
have- I
though
have-
for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Does kind of feel right.
You know what though? I feel like it's giving less that, and this is just me, right? My head canon. I'm like, I feel like just because I know you don't sleep for a very long time, it's more like you're finally tired and you're like, okay, I'm here.
Just pass out.
There's like jeans and all, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have been there.
No. Why is this text the scariest part of this campaign?
It shouldn't.
I'm like, damn it. Like, out of character, you're like, okay, well, I know that, Drea's gonna attempt this fucking shit with the character Fable, but I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense if suddenly I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's check on Fable before we leave. Like, that shit just doesn't make sense. So it's like, damn it, there's no way to stop this from
It's like,
happening.
I'm drinking coffee.
And
Oh.
guys interpreted this from Fable as I need some time to talk to my friends by myself.
Oh my god. If this game doesn't kill Fable, I'm gonna fucking kill Fable for attempting this shit.
Oh my god.
What a hypocrite. Hey mom, don't do anything don't
Mom,
do
be
anything
smart.
suspicious
Stay away
that'll
from
risk your
scary
life.
things.
Be smart. Don't be
Literally.
It runs in the
stupid,
family,
Mom.
man. It runs in the
Oh
family.
my god. No,
Your mom's gonna
like,
kill you.
gamble with this.